Okay guys, this is a video that's going to help you with your test retake on naming angles and order of operations today. The first problem, it says name one acute angle two different ways. So when they say name one angle two different ways, they want you to, when you name an angle, you need to make sure you have an angle sign first, and it looks kind of like an angle. The angle sign kind of looks like an angle, and then you start at the outside point, go to the vertex, and then back to the other outside point. So if I'm naming an acute angle two different ways, I can name this one right there, x, y, and u. And I can name that angle x, y, u. And then the other way to name that same angle is to go the other direction. So it's u, y, x. And remember, anytime you do an angle, you need an angle sign first. U, y, x. So that's how you do that first problem. Second problem, name two rays. Now it's important to know that rays start at an endpoint and go on forever through another point. Okay? So when I name a ray, I could name, there's several rays I can name. I can name y, which is the endpoint, going through v. So one ray is y, v, and then to make sure I name it a ray, I've got to draw a ray over the letters. So I'll draw a ray sign like that. Now a ray sign looks like a ray. Now remember that the endpoint is y and it goes through v. And you can kind of see that on my ray symbol. I can't write vy. I can't do vy because it doesn't go on forever through y. It stops. So this one is incorrect when you do that. So to name three rays, I could do yv, I could do yu, and I could do yw. Each time I do it though, I need to make sure I do the ray sign above the two letters. Rays always have two letters, angles always have three letters. The middle letter in the angle is called the vertex. Remember that. The vertex is the middle letter in an angle. Name a straight angle. That's just going to be angle x, y, z. X, y, z. A straight angle is going to make a straight line. So that would be that angle right there. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see this whole page. Name one obtuse angle two different ways. So I can first thing I do is I find an obtuse angle, u, y, z. So I'm going to write that angle u, y, z. And again, the other way to write it is z, y, u. Angle z, y, u, like that. Okay, name the sides of angle x, y, u. Now it's important to know that the sides of an angle are the two rays that come out from the vertex. So x, y, u, here's x, y, u, there's that angle. The two sides are y, x and y, u. So the two sides are y, x, and that's a ray. And the other side is going to be, oopsie, is going to be y, u. And that's a ray also. I'll zoom out a little bit here so we get to this last problem on this page. What type of angle is WYX? Well, WYX is this angle here, WYX. And they're asking for a classification of that angle, and that's just going to be a right angle. So for that problem, we'll put down a right angle. Okay, let's go to the order operations, which is the next page or the back side of this quiz. Now, whenever I do order of operations, I'm going to write this over here. I always do parentheses, then exponents, then multiplication and division are the same. When I have both multiplication and division, I do whichever comes first from left to right. And then addition and subtraction are also the same. When I have just addition and subtraction, I do whichever comes first from left to right, just like you read. So this problem, if I look at the first problem, I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so you can see this a little better. I have 4 squared minus 12 plus 7 minus 5. So I don't have any parentheses, so I'm going to do my exponents. And the exponents is 4 squared, which means 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. And then everything else has to stay the same. So it's minus 12 plus 7 minus 5. Now I don't have any more exponents. And I just have subtraction, addition, subtraction. So I don't have any multiplication, division. I just have addition and subtraction. When I have just addition and subtraction, I do whichever comes first from left to right. So I'm going to do this one first. 16 minus 12 is 4 plus 7 minus 5. Notice I wrote everything else down just like it was. Now I have addition and subtraction. I do addition first because it comes first from left to right. 4 plus 7 is 11 minus 5, and I get an answer of 6. Okay, let's try the next one. I have parentheses, so I'll do that first, and everything else will stay the same. So the parentheses is 3, and everything else will stay the same. I don't have any more parentheses, so now I'll do my exponents. It's important to do these one step at a time, because if you don't do them one step at a time, you sometimes miss steps or do steps in the incorrect order. So make sure you do them one step at a time. Then it's 12 minus 10, and I get 2 as the answer for that one. Okay, the next problem, I'm going to write this PEMDAS over here so we can see it again. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, addition and subtraction. Okay, so inside the parentheses, I do have parentheses, so I have to solve what's inside the parentheses first. I have 3 squared minus 2, so I have to do the 3 squared first. So that's going to be 9 minus 2. Everything else has to stay the exact same. Now I have 9 minus 2 next, so that's going to be 21. And everything else stay the same. Now what I have left is I have division, addition, and multiplication. So I have both division and multiplication. I do whichever comes first from left to right. And the division is first in this problem. So it's going to be 5 plus 21 times 3. And I still have multiplication, so I have to do that. So it's 63 plus 5. And then my answer is 68. See if I did that one correctly. Yep, that one's correct. And then the next part, I have to do my parentheses first on this next problem. Slide it up here. The parentheses is 4 divided by 2 plus 5 minus 2 cubed. Like that, everything else stay the same. 2 to the third power is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8 times 2 minus 4 divided by 2 plus 5. 8 times 2 is 16 minus 4 divided by 2 plus 5. Okay, now I have subtraction, division, and addition. I still have that division I have to do. So it's 16 minus 2 plus 5. And now if I have subtraction and addition, I've got to do the subtraction first because they're the same. Addition and subtraction are the same. So I do those first, and I get 14 plus 5, and I end up getting 19 for that answer. Just going to check and see that I did everything right. And I think that's it. Hopefully this will help you when you take your retake today.